Industrial Development, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, the Honorable Ministers, the Honorable State Secretary Tan Sri Moshinigani, Mr. Zong Goishan, Chairman of Jian Longi Silicon Materials Corporation, Mr. Chen Guangzhong, Chinese Consulate General, Honorable Assistant Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Zhang Baoshen, Chairman of Longi Group, for inviting me to officiate at today's launching ceremony. At the same time, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Longi for your successful investment in Samajaya High Tech Park. It is indeed exciting to know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister that Longi Kuching facility is the first integrated photovoltaic manufacturing base in a single location, producing monocrystalline silicon ingots, wafers, cells and modules in the region. I must congratulate Longi. I think Sarawak is the only state in Malaysia where we produce the entire solar value chain from polycrystalline silicon in Samalaju to solar ingots, wafers, cells and modules in Samajaya. Another success stories. Samajaya actually has also been very close to my heart, being the Minister of Industrial Development in the year 1990s, where we launched this Samajaya. And Samajaya's name is very peculiar. Originally, this area is called Tabuan, Muara Tabuan. You know, it's a beast. You know, the hype of beast here. But we changed to Samajaya, which literally means that we achieve success together. The investors as well as Sarawak will together achieve success in this Samajaya. From the word Sama, which is together, and Jaya is Berjaya. It means towards success. And ever since it was launched here in Samajaya, we have got a lot of investors, as mentioned by Deputy Chief Minister. Over the years, we have really received a lot of proposals to position their facility in Samajaya as well as the other industrial park. For that, I would like to commend the present Minister of Industrial Development for his hard work. He has to go overseas, like just what I did before, trying to convince investors to position their facility in Sarawak. While at the same time, actually it's a win-win situation because we provide you with the basic infrastructure, not only the industrial park, but also the prerequisite that you need when you set up your plant or facility in Sarawak, including, of course, the price of our energy. Without energy, you cannot move. But Sarawak is very fortunate. We have our energy supply, which is very competitive, and thereby will reduce your cost of production. Once your cost of production is reduced, then you can have a very competitive price in the world market. And eventually, your margin will be high. After all, you want to do business, you want to see your margin. Once it is high, then you can definitely expand your facility and expand your business. Longi Sarawak as a whole augurs well with the state's initiative for digital economy initiative, where Sarawak would like to move its industrial sector towards Industry 4.0, powering, of course, the state economic growth. The government is also serious in developing human talents by setting up digital village in Samajaya and incubators throughout the state to nurture creativity, innovation and technopreneurship to drive the state towards the high-income economy through digital economy platforms. Toward this end, the state government has already allocated 1 billion ringgit to upgrade and expand the current ICT infrastructure with reliable and wider coverage of high-speed broadband connectivity. The federal government is also supportive with our initiative by providing an additional 500 million ringgit for such purpose. Sarawak, as you know, offers one of the most competitive electricity tariff in this region because of our huge hydropower potential. We have just taken Bakun. Now it's entirely 100% Sarawak. Besides powering the industries, we should also exploit our water resources for hydrogen fuel production, which is a new and clean energy source. In Japan, they are already talking about hydrogen society, and we should take advantage of this new opportunity. Even our proposed LRT would be powered by hydrogen fuel. And recently, we have received one Japanese company coming to Sarawak to assess the site of their own facility to produce hydrogen fuel cell. Knowing the importance of water for the industries as well as commercial and domestic usage, the state government has already agreed to set up the state water grid by allocating an initial 1 billion ringgit for such purpose. I would also like to assure our foreign investors that the government is committed to continuously improve our road connectivity, such as the ongoing construction of Pen-Borneo Highway, the proposed upgrading of our coastal highway and trunk roads. We are also committed to improve our air connectivity and the sea connectivity by upgrading and improving our airport and seaport facilities. I must share with you here that the government is also planning to establish our the free trade zone area near the airport, so that logistically you can export your products efficiently. We call it DFTZ. The state government will also continue with its business-friendly policies toward both investment, FDI and DDI. Over the first 5 years, Sarawak, as mentioned by Dato' Among Tengah, has ranked among the top 3 most favorable investment destinations in Malaysia. And the total investment approved for Sarawak for the same period amounted to 46.3 billion ringgit. The expansion of Longi and other industries in Samajaya and the new investment that we receive reflect the confidence foreigners in our government, particularly the state government. We are very friendly. We will give whatever incentive we can to the investors because we believe that in the long run it will be a win-win situation for the investors. They can make money. At the same time, you provide jobs to us. At the same time, of course, there are some other secondary activities where Sarawakian can take part, and therefore you create new SMEs. And this is a very important approach that we take, and that will definitely drive our economic growth. At the same time, you increase the talent among Sarawakian. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very interested in this cell because originally we have this storage of information also from silicon ingot, and from silicon ingot, of course, you have the wafer, and initially they store information. Well, that's why you have this drive in your computer. But today it has been expanded where you store light, and light can be converted into source of energy, and this is where solar comes in. Also the same wafer, similar process, except the storage is different from information but storage of light, and through photovoltaic you convert it into energy. I would suggest Longi to look at this from another angle. Sarawak is producing energy from hydro, and for instance our Bakun hydro is as big as the area of Singapore. We have turbines to produce energy. Why not you think of floating solar? You float your solar on water, and then you store light and convert energy through your solar photovoltaic cell. In other words, we have a solar farm floating on our water. In other words, our dam will produce hydropower through turbine, second through our floating photovoltaic cell, your solar floating, and then you produce energy from solar. In other words, you got water hydro, you got solar through the floating solar. Even you can float not only Bakun but in our rivers and provide energy to our rural communities. This is something I think we can think of, and then you can provide floating solar in our rivers, and thereby you provide energy to our grid, including our rural grids. And long houses in kampung, we got the lights. Once you got the energy, your business is there. Not only to provide energy to move, but the whole economy will transform, particularly rural areas where we have to process our agricultural produce. And that will mean new businesses to us, and we have to look forward. That vision where every kampung, every community, everybody will benefit from the advancement of technology. I agree with the Deputy Chief Minister. You know, our Tayudan capacitor that is the ceramic capacitor, is just a component in our iPhone. The same with the other component. Initially, our phone is so big, just like a battery of lorry, Ator. But now, actually, we went to, in 1988, the Deputy Chief Minister was with me. We went to Scandinavia. That's where we saw the pilot handphone by Ericsson. Then the telephone changed from a big auto to a small phone like what we do today. The reason is the cell getting smaller, and getting smaller. Once our cell is getting smaller, there's a possibility your storage of light will be more through a nano sort of type of cell that can absorb light. And if you have that technology, I'm sure Longi can do it. You see, you can expand this factory within few months. And I'm sure with the new technology, you can produce new products to the world, and the world will benefit from your R&D. With that, once again, I would like to thank Longi for inviting me this morning, and I wish Longi success in their production and also in their global business. With that, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.